We're so pleased to be joined by Emilia Fox. Emilia is the patron of this wonderful place, the Butterfly World, isn't it?
Butterfly World,
yes. Yeah. So could you just tell me, Emilia, how you actually got involved in the project?
Well, quite a few years ago, I was given a present of butterflies that Clive had bred for me. Amazing peacock butterflies, red admirals, brimstones, and that's really where we first met. And then a couple of years ago, he called up and asked if I would be a patron of Butterfly World, and I think he must have known my love of gardening and gardens and butterflies, and it's just been the most... I feel so honoured to be asked to be involved with something that I feel so passionately about anyway, and this is going to bring such pleasure to people, in seeing the butterflies and the gardens, but also that it is such an important project for conservation and for research and for educating our children who are our future. And if we don't educate them about the conservation of butterflies and flora and fauna, then they won't reap the benefits that, I've been lucky enough to have in my childhood.
Now, there is a problem, isn't there? Because people they're paving over outside their houses with the concrete, so we are taking away, in London especially, natural habitats for them. So that is affecting us, and if we carry on doing that, how bad will it get?
Well, it's bad now. I mean, we've destroyed something like 96% of their natural habitat, and actually particularly in this area, it's been really bad. There's a lot of species of butterfly have disappeared from this area, which is why it's sort of wonderful that Clive has chosen this particular area to bring back hopefully indigenous butterflies and to of course introduce all these tropical butterflies. And Clive always describes them as the canaries of the coal mine.
That's very true.
They're barometers of what is going on in our environment and the pollution and the effect that is having on them. It is, you see that if it affects them, it also affects us. But the great news is that we can all do something about it. And really that's what, the message is, that yes, we're taking away their habitat, but we can bring it back in those small ways. If you have a courtyard garden, if you have a deck, create an environment that will attract butterflies, plant, even a flower pot of nettles or a buddleia that butterflies can breed on or feed on. And so I think we should look at the positive thing, that this on a grand scale is going to bring butterflies back, and on a small scale we can all do something as well.
I do think that this area, this sanctuary, will bring a lot of people to it, and people working from home wanting to basically bring the bees and the butterflies in. You say little plant pots. What would be the simplest thing someone could plant?
Nettles.
Okay.
I mean, you may not think that they look pretty, but they'll be wonderful just in a flower pot. Or Michaelmas daisies, holly, and buddleia.
This one, oh, that's wonderful. Let me just get a shot of that. You see, we brought the magic.
Now we'll have to do it back to back.
That's fantastic. I think it wants to stay there, doesn't it, for the rest of the day?
Here,
exactly. So if you have plants at home, what do you have in your garden?
I've got buddleia, which Clive gave me last year. I've got Michaelmas daisies. I've got foxgloves. I've got roses. I've got lots of herbs. Camellia. I've got lots of geraniums. I'm sure I've got nettles somewhere.
I think we've all got some of them in the garden.
Exactly.
So could you just tell us what the next phase of this project is?
The next phase is the foundations of the dome, which is going to be built for the tropical butterflies. And beyond this greenhouse, you can see the area in which it will be built, and they're planning to recreate Mayan ruins there, there will be caverns for scorpions and spiders and insects, and then there will be the 10,000 butterflies, 250 different species that Clive will introduce to the dome, and then they are going to recreate the climate of the tropical climate. So you'll be able to walk through thunderstorms, rainforest storms, and experience what it really would be like. And
I'm just saying that butterfly is still on your shoulder.
I
there.
know. So, but for children as well, it's going to be like a sort of Indiana Jones dream come true reality.
Well, I was actually going to say, if people want to get involved with this and help out with this project, how can they do that? Apart from just coming as visitors, can they actually get involved to help out?
I think the best thing to do actually is to look on the website for Butterfly World and to see how you can become involved. I know that it's going to create an enormous amount of work for people who are local in this area. And there is going to be an enormous amount of education resource that is going to be here, and there are going to be lecture rooms, and there's going to be a sort of business centre side of it as well. So there are so many different ways of getting involved. I'm absolutely certain.
I think this place is just going to thrive, isn't it? It's going to be fantastic because there's nothing else like it here, is there?
Nothing else like it, and I can truly say when I first met Clive, I felt so inspired by him, and I came away, a little bit of my life had changed, and then seeing what his vision become reality, I think that everyone else will feel the same. Walking into this room this morning, I was so overwhelmed with emotion. I mean, the tears of happy tears spring to your eyes. It was amazing.
I know. Well, this morning I heard you speaking and you were saying you had butterfly kisses.
I did.
And I thought that was absolutely fantastic.
I had this butterfly. In fact, he's now crawling up my hair.
I think that's absolutely fantastic. I think you'll be taking a few home with you, won't you?
I think I will. Or I'll just make this my home.
Instead of
Where
tent.
is the butterfly now?
It's just on your shoulder.
Okay. This is what we've been waiting for.
Oh, Amelia, thank you so much for your time. It's been absolutely fantastic to talk to you about the butterflies. And good luck with the project. It's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.